Now then all, Ben here back on the Rad Music Chat channel. Hope you're all doing really well. I'm back with another episode of the series called Songs of My Life. Now, Songs of My Life is where we take a music lover, just like you, just like me, give them a list of 20 questions. Each one is answered by a song choice. Get them to choose the 6 questions that speak to them the most. Bring them on and we discuss each song choice, what the song and the artist means to them, and go off on a few tangents, tell some stories, both interesting and funny usually. So this episode is actually with a gentleman called Kevin Mahoney. Now, I caught up with Kevin at the Slam Dunk Festival a few weeks ago, where he was over with the band he plays bass guitar in called Cartel. Now, Cartel played an awesome set that day, and then we sat down after the set. I met Kevin when he was playing bass in a band called Roses Are Red that I was a huge fan of, and that was just over 20 years ago. So it was really great to catch up with him, and it was his choices are really cool. So hope you enjoy it. Kevin Mahoney. Cheers. Awesome. So this is Ben from Rad Music Chat, and we are at Slam Dunk Festival in Hatfield, Slam Dunk South, and I am here with a gentleman I haven't seen in, over 20 years, Mr. Kevin Mahoney.
Absolutely.
It's good to see you.
It's great to see you, man. It's been a long time.
And thank you for making the time. And I know there's a lot of people here that you want to hang out with and stuff. So we'll be as quickly as possible. But Kevin is here with the band Cartel. Kevin's also been in Hit the Lights, Roses Are Red. You're in
Polar Bear Club, Joywave.
Yep.
And there's a fill-in list also, but we won't give that one.
Awesome. So when I sent you the questions, did you did the ones that you chose, did they leap out straight away?
They did leap out. I actually thought all the questions were really great. The hard part was picking ones that I was like, oh shit, like I want to do fun ones, and then also picking a song, like how do you pick like one song that hits you, like, or one song that reminds you of your family? It's like there's so many songs that can do that end up being pivotal. But I think the questions were great, and I think the concept is awesome.
Oh, thank you. That's really cool. That's really kind.
Just get to talk about music, it's the best.
That's it. I mean, the channel is just, I'm a music lover, and it's for music lovers.
Well, I think so many podcasts talk about what the musician that's being interviewed does, and I'd much rather talk about things that other musicians have done that I love.
Awesome.
Like, I think that's way more fun for me.
Yeah.
For me.
No, that's great. And people are interested in what makes people tick, especially musicians.
Yeah, I was very interested in that as a kid. I loved. If you remember, like CD liner notes.
Yeah, of course.
I would just sit there. I'd put the record on, and I'd read the liner notes, and once they get to like thanking bands, I'd be like, all right, so these are bands I have to check out then,
Exactly.
And I would check out every band in the liner notes of something I loved. I thought that was so cool.
Exactly. The thank you lists are how you basically, who's this band I love, who are they thanking?
Yeah.
So, I remember as a kid, you'd read like say a Bad Religion, and they'd thank like Pennywise and Strung Out and Pulley, and then
Yeah, and you'd be like, all right, what's Pulley sound like?
Check it.
Who's
Yeah.
Strung Out?
Exactly.
Oh, I love this even more. Like, it was awesome. A cool time.
Exactly. Yeah. Cool. Well, if you're ready, let's fire in.
I'm ready. I'm
Awesome.
ready.
Awesome. Okay, so you chose question number 1, which was a song that reminds you of home.
Oh yeah.
And you're gonna have to. Is it Adirondacks?
Adirondacks.
Nice.
Yes,
Okay.
that is actually, I think it might be a Native American word, but I'm not actually 100% sure on that. But it's a mountain range that goes through New York. That's the name in New York, but it's the same range that goes through a lot of the East Coast, and in the southern areas they call that the Appalachians or the Appalachians.
Right. Okay. Yes.
If you're from the South, it's Appalachians. I know that one, so I'm going to get points for that. I'm going to take that. If you're from the North, we call it Appalachians. Our apologies. But in New York, that area is called the Adirondacks. And I'm pretty sure that's the same mountain range.
Okay, cool. So that's the song that reminds you of home, and it's by Best Friends.
You make up a memory.
So tell me what that song sort of means to you, and you're actually involved with one of the creators of that song, right?
Yeah, so it's like a side project. It's a pandemic side project of the singer of Joywave and the bass player of Sir Sly. Both, great friends of mine and incredible talents. Both incredible producers in their own right and awesome songwriters. And they started this project that I was like, oh man, this is a guarantee for me, like right away.
Mm-hmm.
And they're full length. I feel like really didn't have as much excitement around it, but there's songs like Adirondacks on there that just, it takes you to another time and place. Obviously it takes me right home.
Mm-hmm.
It has a very nostalgic feel. If I remember correctly, the lyrics just really paint a picture well, and it's just, once you hear it once, it's stuck in your head a while, and it's a really good one.
Yeah, awesome. So you can be anywhere in the world, and that takes you home.
It literally takes me right to the Adirondacks.
Right.
But like in the 90s for some reason.
Okay.
Which, like, I probably went to the Adirondacks once in the 90s. Like,
Okay.
I don't live very close to there at all.
Right.
But I don't know, the way the song is, it takes me right back there no matter where I am. And obviously it helps that, my friends are it's their project, and Dan, the singer, is from home also. So it's, it really brings me back there. And I think it's a very underrated project and an underrated song for sure.
Awesome. Great start. So you also chose number 2, which was a song that reminds you of high school. We call it secondary school here. So
Secondary school. Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't have anything in between then?
No, we have like nursery,
Okay.
then primary school, then secondary school. high
Okay.
school.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But you guys just do it on grades.
Kinda, yeah. Well, the grades are like separated in the school, so we do like nursery for us would be preschool,
Right.
and then you do like elementary school is our like first one, and then very literal, there's one called middle school.
Yeah.
That's where you get beat up and made fun of.
Okay.
And then you get to high school.
Right.
And hopefully it goes better for you in high school.
Yeah, right. So you chose Be Quiet and Drive by Deftones.
Yeah. Yes.
So anything deep with that, or is just that was out at the time and it was...
It was out at the time, and I mean, still probably my favorite band right now. And it just, it opened a lot of things up for me. It was a band that, at the time historically played mostly minor key, heavy music that was, a mix between like nu metal and then sometimes kind of metal. They kind of, obviously they built their own sound over the years, but that song specifically, it was like something where like all of a sudden they had a major key song.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it made a little bit more sense with like the things I was listening to at the time.
Yeah.
But it felt spacey and floaty, and it was different, and his voice, it's almost soulful. It almost
Yeah.
doesn't follow any rules.
No.
He does just what he feels, and the way that it connected, it stuck with me to this day, and I still put it on. I still get hyped. I still put on. I mean, like I said, it's one of my favorite bands. Probably my favorite band.
Yeah.
So even when they put out that newest record,
Yeah. Oh man.
I would. Every time you almost hope for another, this song or that song, and I feel like they kind of almost accomplished that a little bit on this new one.
Yeah.
But that song will always bring me right back to the bus on the ride to school.
Yeah.
Getting ready to get made fun of, obviously.
No.
Had to get your britches up,
Well, I mean, I guess Deftones then was kind of, it still is kind of outside of music, but
Yeah. But that was like early, so like it was.
Yeah.
Second record, first time they were on the radio, so it was like still new and it felt really cool.
yeah. No, totally. Such a special band, and just keep not reinventing themselves, but just keep moving their own creative goalposts. They're just so good.
I think every once in a while they'll just be like, okay, so we took the Deftones thing that you thought we nailed on that one record,
Yeah.
and now we really nailed it.
Yeah.
And you're just like, God, how do you keep doing it?
Yeah.
They don't do it every time, but when they do it, they nail it, and I'm obsessed with that new record. I think it's incredible. Infinite Source is my absolute newest jam, but yeah.
Yeah, unreal. No, great choice for that one. All right, and then you went to question number 4, which was a song that you test like a new stereo. Or
Oh, this one was tough.
car stereo, yeah, because there's so many songs that you know so well.
Yeah, and I think this one's very mood specific.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You know, if you get new speakers or you're in a new car, you know, if you're in a heavy mood, you might put on something else, you know. But I wanted to kind of shout out a favorite UK artist and something a little different. And this is definitely on my list of like, you know, when I get new speakers, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm putting the whole record on, but starting with this song. And
So
that's
Blue Cassette, Friendly Fires.
As I hear your voice, it sets my heart on fire.
absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, it's got all the frequencies.
It's an incredible production.
Yeah.
It's one of my all-time favorite productions. It really opened up even more like my mind for how records could be made and produced. And obviously, you know, this one's a little bit of a different genre. I am very all over the place, but I love that they brought in also almost like Afro, you know, Spanish drums, drum beats into, you know, that whole record.
Yeah.
And then there's like, you know, it's a whole song about, you know, finding an old cassette in a garden.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
and putting it on and hearing the voice of your lost love.
Yeah.
You know, again, and you're just like, oh my God. And, you know, they have these incredible story and lyrics, but in this like almost dancey song that also just feels big. The toms are huge in it and the bass is massive, and it opens up so much. I feel like, you know, outside of like putting on something heavy,
Yeah.
you hear more from the speakers on something like that for
Yeah,
sure.
because there's also room in that song for like room to breathe, the music breathing. Whereas with
Yeah.
heavy stuff, often it's a wall of noise. You know, it's
Yeah.
stonewalled. Whereas
The
that,
only breath is in the space, but like
Yeah.
other than that, it's a wall. But like the Friendly Fire stuff, it gives everything, you know.
yeah,
Yeah, it's an absolute genius record. The record's called Paula. I think it's like a front to back total banger.
right.
Yeah.
It's funny how when I was writing these questions, that was one that I thought hardly anyone's going to choose. Do you know, most people choose that number 4. Everyone seems to have that song where they know, right, let's see if this car or this speaker or these headphones can handle.
Yeah,
you know?
everyone has one.
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
cool.
Yeah.
It's
And I
like-
also enjoy, like, if friends get, like, a new car.
Yeah.
Like, I like to notice the song they put on. Like, I have a couple friends where I remember the song they put on, and
Right.
I'm like, okay, I know what your like, thing is. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Cool. Okay, moving on. Question 9. I love that you chose this because this was a selfish question because I have a huge thing for music videos. It's just a medium that I love.
Yeah. Like, I feel like a lost art.
Yeah,
Also, me and my wife talk about it all the time. We're like,
It's
man,
such a shame.
like we wish music videos were still the thing
Yeah,
that you
man.
do. And every once in a while, we'll just put on like a bunch of music videos where we're like getting ready to like do something because we're
Love
like,
it.
that's awesome. That's fun for us.
Yeah,
You know?
100%. So yeah, a song that you love the music video for was the question. So, congratulations, Smack and Kate by Reggie and the Full Effect.
Reggie in the Full Effect. If
Yeah,
you
yeah.
don't know them, please put that on.
Yeah,
I think their first album was called Greatest Hits, if I remember correctly.
I think so. Yeah.
The
Shout
second
out
album was
Reggie.
called
Kansas City.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Second album was a promotional copy that they sold.
It's James,
Absolute genius.
It's James DeWeese, isn't it? From
Yes.
yeah.
From the Get Up Kids and Colesk. And it's just his project, and it's like it sounds like he made it in a bedroom.
Yeah.
And that's part of the charm of it. And the songs were great, and it's like partly funny, but like partly also like him coping with like real things.
Yeah.
And it's an absolute blast to put on. And I love this song. It's still to this day probably my favorite or second favorite song by theirs.
Okay.
But the video lives in my mind rent free till the end of time. I mean, you got a cameo from at the time pro skater Brian Sumner. I don't know what he's doing now.
Right.
Not a big name guy, but that's where I come from. I love skateboarding, so
Right.
when I saw that, I was like, oh shit, that rules. And then you also have just a love story about a jar of peanut butter, falling in love with a jar of jelly, and her parents who are bred, who do not approve. And it's just classic, ingenious, fun Reggie in the Full Effect.
Yeah.
And it's if you watch it once, you'll watch it a million times. It's awesome.
So most of the YouTube plays are you, are they?
They're probably me. Yeah, it's been like 20 years or 30 years, however old that song is. It's just me racking it up.
Awesome. Cool.
It's just me showing people and being like, you need to love this.
Was there another like music video that was that one that you would?
That was the first thing that came to my mind.
So that was
it was an absolute first thing, and I'm sure there's others on the list, but that was the first thing that jumps to my mind. So it must be my favorite music video. If that's the only one I could think of, and be like, oh, yep, answer, done, move on to the next one. So
awesome. Cool. Number 11, a song that makes you want to drive fast.
Yeah, another tough one. There's so many good like driving songs, but once I realized my answer for this, 100%.
Bleed But Never Die by, is that Eka Vandal?
Eka Vandal. I believe the new record, which has this song, just came out this week.
Just another pill. Now I feel like I could fly. Seeing
Right.
So,
Right.
if you're not into this one, this is one to get into right now and tell everyone else they're a poser. It's perfect timing. She's, I think she's from South Africa and lives in Australia.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have that totally right, but
She's definitely got an accent.
yeah. Incredible voice. I
Yeah.
don't know, like one of the best talents I've ever heard. Dance moves live in my mind forever. Every video is so good, and the old stuff, I hope she never hears this. I'm not a fan of the old stuff, so if you check out the old stuff, that's not what I'm saying, but the new record is the record.
Right.
It's also the first record I've pre-ordered in a really long time.
Oh, wow.
On vinyl.
Yeah.
So I hope I get the cool blue variant.
Yeah.
But I love this song, Bleed But Never Die. If you look at the lyrics of this song is absolutely about getting your period. My wife loves that I love this song.
Right.
But I love women. I think women are just the fucking coolest, and this song just puts it in such a cool, understandable way. And it just fucking rips, and it makes you just want to fucking drive 1,000 miles an hour and headbang, and that once that chorus hits, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
Awesome. Yeah. It was an artist that I'd never heard of. And,
Yeah, she's brand new.
Yeah, right. But it made me, once I played that song, because obviously I check out everything, and then I just let her stuff play, and wow, like she's out there. It's cool.
Yeah, there's like hip hop elements.
Yeah.
There's like Indian music elements. It's very
Punk rock.
alternative. It's very punk. It's super catchy, but also she also doesn't feel like she has to be catchy. Like there's some songs where like the chorus isn't that catchy. It's just a cool riff.
Right.
And she's got a cool lyric that she just says over and over, and you're
Right.
fuck yeah, I can't wait to hear that one again,
Yeah.
And then the next song, you're like, oh, that chorus is huge. How isn't this like taking over, the airwaves right now? But I feel like within a year, she'll be absolutely massive. And if not, y'all messed up.
To be fair, though, you say that you prefer. Most artists would probably like the fact that you said not so much the older stuff, the newer stuff's where it's at.
Yeah. I tried to do the deep dive because I became obsessed very quickly.
Right.
And I feel like she just figured out her thing recently. So I
Right.
feel like it's been like 10 years or so of her making music, experimenting, trying different things, which obviously is a super positive, super cool thing.
Yeah.
But I think she just nailed it. Well, there is one old song I like, but I think she really nailed it now.
Right. Cool.
It's one of my favorite things out. It's awesome. There's many songs that I love by her, but that one is definitely my driving song. Often it's my starting the morning song right now too.
Right. Okay. Kicks your ass.
Which
yeah.
again, my wife thinks is hilarious because it's about getting your period. So
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
But we do not endorse you driving to the song. We
yes,
can't be responsible
do not
for that.
drive too fast to the song. Maybe pull over. But yeah.
Awesome. All right, number 16. A song that changed your life, stroke formed your musical taste. So, with musicians, obviously, a song that changed your life is often a song that formed your musical taste, and vice versa.
This was another very difficult one. There was so many options.
I bet there was. Yeah. So you chose anyway. You went with "Salad Days" by Minor Threat. Which is, you know, it's Minor Threat.
It's fucking Minor Threat.
Yeah, man. So
we are a minor threat.
So, yeah, just tell us what it means to you. Like, can you remember the first time you heard it?
That's one, you know, that was one where it was like hard. There were so many answers to that question.
Right.
But as I explored the answers to that question, other than maybe the Temptations in the car with my parents, that was one where I was like, oh, this is for me.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, I heard it on a skate video first, to bring it back again to skateboarding. I think it was 411 Video Magazine 29, if I'm correct.
Right.
And they do like, I think it's the Tamieto like world tour or maybe just US tour, and they had that song on there, and it was the first time I had heard Minor Threat.
So what year would this have been? Can you
That was probably, I mean, this was obviously like that record came out in like the 80s, and this was probably 97,
right?
You know, when I heard it, but I had just started playing guitar, or got a guitar, and was trying to learn how to play,
right?
And was getting into skateboarding, and you know, I'd heard alternative music on the radio, and I had a friend that, you know, listened to like Green Day and NoFX and Blink-182, and you know, we put that stuff on, but I heard, you know, Minor Threat, and I was like, oh, this is where it all comes from, and oh my God, this is really cool.
Got you.
Salad Days specifically, I mean, that was in the video, so that's kind of where it came from, but I think that song is also specifically a little more different for them. You know, it's a little bit slower. It has kind of a riff to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
But it's about, you know, they're looking back into the past to their salad days, but I'm finding it in my salad days also. So it's like, it just had such a cool moment, and also being not very good at guitar at the moment, I heard them also not being the greatest musicians, but making something that I felt. Yeah. And that's where I realized also, like, that's actually the most important thing is, like, do people feel it? Yeah. Not, you know, are you Van Halen?
Yeah.
Do people feel it?
Yeah.
So it changed the whole way I thought about music from then on, and obviously, you know, still, you know, if we're getting ready for a show and you put on, you know, Minor Threat, I'm gonna put my head through the wall. You know, it gets me very stoked. You know.
So I like to call it, that was kind of one of your an epiphany moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much like I'm thinking about this wrong, and this doesn't have to be so scary. It can just be fun and nice, and also then obviously reading more into you know, the punk scene that they helped build and come from. You know, I really also connected with the idea of the community and, you know, all of that. So it really opened up everything for me. And obviously, you know, I love the entire catalog. And actually now I own the demo on vinyl, which is a pretty cool find.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is cool. That's a flex right there.
Yeah.
Awesome. So tell us what you've basically, like, personally, and what Cartel have got sort of happening. I know there's a new album in the works, so tell us what's sort of coming up for the year or so ahead.
You know what? It's funny. I don't know what else is coming out this year, but we have 2 songs out right now.
Yep.
That I love. One of them is Oxymoron. That's the first one that came out.
Yep.
Video's great. Song is great. Probably one of my favorite ones to play live.
I'll drop the link in the description.
Even though no one knows the words yet, because it's still new.
Yeah.
It's hard to have like a, you know, to like really feel a new song live, because people aren't singing back to you. So that one really gets me going every night, and I love that. And then we have the new one that just came out yesterday.
Yeah.
And new video, and just played it for the second time ever today.
Awesome.
And played it right this time, and and yeah, I can't wait for everyone to hear all the stuff. I think it's I think timing wise, with so many bands coming out and doing nostalgia runs, that for us to come out, or you know, for Cartel to come out and do you know, timing wise, Chroma 20 year, people assumed like, oh, they're doing a nostalgia run too, but like the band is back with a new chapter.
Yeah.
And like ready to hit it harder than ever.
Awesome.
And I think the new record, Learning to Cope, really showcases that. That like the band is back hard to do a whole new chapter, and it's not too late to get into it. And it's funny to say, but it might be my new favorite Cartel record.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, you can't. That's as good an indicator as any that you know. So, is there a date for that dropping the album yet?
There probably is, but I don't know what it is.
I'll find out what it is and I'll put it down below as well. So anything else that you want to plug? As I say, I'll put your personal Instagram in the description if people want to
Absolutely
see what you're up to and what you're about.
So I actually have two.
Okay.
I have my personal Instagram, which is also like a music Instagram, I guess, but it's like my personal stuff. You'll see my dog, my wife. Might have a picture of me just drinking coffee, regular, whatever stuff. But that's where I post like live pictures and videos and stuff from Joywave and Cartel. And if I'm doing anything for Hit the Lights, I'll do that too. And then I also have a merch design business.
Right.
That's just me freelancing and designing merch for bands I love and friends and total strangers and Grammy winners and local artists and upcoming stuff.
Wow.
I want to be able to do all of it and just like support the next future of music.
Yeah.
In a way that I don't think really existed for us.
Right.
So that's called True Love, and the Instagram is truelove.png.
Yeah.
And all sorts of cool stuff on there. Done stuff for Wiz Khalifa, Cartel, 4 Year Strong, Teenage Wrist.
Wow, really?
Bunch of new cool up and coming bands. Shout out Relate. Shout out House and Home.
Yeah.
Shout out Goalkeeper. It's fun. It's a way to make art in my off time and also help other bands and make sure that people have also cool T-shirts to buy.
Absolutely.
It sucks when a band has terrible merch. It's a bummer.
It does. It blows my mind that any band does have terrible merch because it being one of the main ways now for bands.
It's one of the only ways you actually make money. So it's also a way for me to use kind of my like fashion know-how. I was accepted to fashion school, but signed a record contract instead.
Right. Okay.
So I was very involved, and then obviously through all the years was involved in the merch. So now getting to kind of decide what the merch is going to look like for our time now is a really cool like roundabout moment for me, full circle moment. But also it feels like I get to get into the mind space of connecting with fans in a way that isn't songwriting, but in a way of like, I think I know what these fans are going to want to wear every day. I think I know what is going to excite them at the merch table, or also like the bands too. Like a lot of bands come to me and they're like, we've been bummed at some of the last stuff, and it's cool to connect with like my friends and make a shirt that's like, we both like these things. So I made a shirt that kind of draws influence, or a hoodie that draws influence, and have them be excited too. It's a nice way to just share things and stay connected through time.
Awesome. And we actually just saw one of Kev's designs wandering about on a stranger's back, right?
A special shirt to me also for House and Home. That was a really cool design, and I love seeing it in the wild on the other side of the world. It's awesome. Yeah, didn't expect it. It's cool.
Superb. So everything that we've spoken about here, I'm gonna drop down in the description.
Yes.
And Kev, thank you.
I'd say the worst part about doing a podcast like this is we talk about the songs and then I want to jam to the song.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm gonna have to listen to be able to enjoy the songs again.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Hey,
Cheers.
Thanks, guys.